The first thing is rescheduling a pop-up. We want to. Leah was really keen to do a pop-up, and several of us, I know we're keen, but there's also, life gets busy sometimes. Is there any event, I don't know, day coming up that y'all would like to either go out to the bridge or go back out to the intersection?
We missed Bridge Day because it was so cold that day and windy.
Yeah, it's really bad weather.
Yeah.
I always love weekends, even though other people might not, but that's just because I can
Because you
get
do.
there.
Yeah.
I used up all my paid time off, I don't know.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I have to ask off for weekdays, but I don't work for the evenings anyway. So next weekend is precinct organizational meetings.
The 28th
not
or something?
Yeah, that's the 28th.
What about what are your Sundays like?
I'm good the 22nd Sunday.
Same.
It's this coming Sunday.
That's just coming Sunday.
Now, if we're talking about weather, if that's a consideration, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a really wet day,
Let's see.
I believe, isn't it? Not that we can't, I mean, we can get tough.
Sunday, 42 degrees for a high on Sunday, 40% chance of snow. Partly sunny in the morning, becoming mostly sunny. Chance of snow just in the morning. The chance of rain is only 40%. I think that's for me. That sounds doable for me.
Yeah.
I can.
I mean, it's cold. We've done colder.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about doing it in the afternoon?
2 to 4, right?
That seems to be a default.
That seems our.
So we're talking about this coming Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, what time? Oh, come on. You know what time.
We're gonna have.
So will you be at the intersection?
No, at the bridge.
Um,
What do you want to do?
we could do either one.
Yeah, we could
I
do
mean, we
this.
haven't been on the bridge in a while, but
Where do you stand on the bridge?
On the bridge.
on the bridge.
Like, is there enough room for
There's
you
a
in the
sidewalk.
cars?
Oh, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah, there-
Well, actually, yeah, that is a good question. It's like, where do we park? I don't know if we could get away with parking at whatever it's called, just a little bit farther up
It is a
Summit.
Sunday,
I know.
it's a Sunday, so they might be having services in the
Oh,
afternoon.
that's true. That's true.
Which bridge?
The bridge there is
Over
between two
behind-
churches.
Highway, the Summit Street Bridge.
But there's also the, I forget the name of that building, where they have the craft fairs and that sort of thing.
Oh, Cross Street,
Yeah.
yeah, we
What?
might be able to park there.
226 and 19.
And it probably won't, I
Well,
mean, it's
we-
not like we can have hundreds of people.
As well.
Probably not even dozens for a bridge, so it might be a small group anyway.
So the bridge is down 19,
It's the one.
and you look out towards
You go to
the Y?
Yeah, you can
No.
You can see the Y.
Okay.
Where's
Well,
the
you
bridge?
can.
Okay, so if you get on Summit Avenue, like you're gonna go to the Y,
Yeah.
okay, it's that
Keep
bridge, it's that bridge.
It goes
past-
over 19.
Yeah, it
It
goes
goes
over.
over.
So the
It's
deal
the
is,
only bridge on 19E in Spruce Pine.
Yeah.
Over 19E. It's the only
Oh.
bridge
It's,
over 19E.
it's really easy to ignore because it's kind of dark and that sort of thing.
well, but the benefit, I guess,
If
is
you're
that
going to Walmart
seeing-
and you get to the United Community Bank, take a left, that's Summit Street.
Yeah.
Take that over and right away, you'll go over the bridge right there.
Yeah.
Huh.
And there's a couple of
Can you back
businesses that I think are abandoned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've gotten away with parking at, but then there's also the cross street, which I don't know
There's
what they
also-
might have.
There's also a big intersection too.
That'd be a bit of a hike for some people.
No, I mean we could do the demonstration.
Oh, I see.
Just, I mean, the benefit of the bridge, I think, is that you can spread a big banner and you get all those eyes of people on 19.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Any individual signs, but
And you don't get, which we're not, this is not a consideration really, but if it is a consideration for anybody, we don't have people passing really close to us and everything.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's a
true.
lot of visibility,
Yeah.
but they're not right there at you unless they're real motivated, and then they might come around, make a little loop, but, we can.
And we've gotten a few people. The last time we were on the bridge, we had maybe 2 people. Well, one person stopped and asked, "What's going on?" And so we actually got to interact with them. And then another one that was, Trump, and you got the typical response.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little safer, but just as risky, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm down for the bridge.
And
I
well,
can go.
and Leah's got some good banners, Leah and Dale made some.
Mhm.
Big
So
ones.
they have long.
Yeah, she's the one.
Well, I think
Visible.
she made some for the last bridge application that she didn't get to use, so.
All right,
Okay.
she's gone. So. All right, Sunday 2 to 4.
On the
Okay.
bridge, I'll try to find it.
I'll send out a map link.
Okay.
Jennifer, oh shoot, what is her last name?
Rambo.
Rambo.
Oh, Jennifer Rambo's she owns the Montessori in Spruce Pine.
Oh, okay. I wondered why she was so well known.
Yeah, she owns the
Well,
Montessori. She used to own Dry
she
County
does- she's
Brewing.
the
Yeah, I think
director,
that's,
she
I think
does-
that's where it really
Well,
comes
yeah,
from.
she doesn't own it. She's the director. Yeah, she used to own Dry County Brewing.
So she's keen to do a Declaration of Independence pop-up of some kind. The last time she mentioned it was in context of No Kings, which I think would be a cool idea to have a group of people marching around town with the signs. Each sign would have a different passage from the Declaration. Everybody in black, dressed the same way. You
Oh.
might have seen other protests that did that sort of thing where everybody was dressed the same way.
Oh, nice.
I don't know when. I'm gonna see if maybe she can be lead for that and try to help organize it and get people doing the same thing, and maybe we can figure out a date to do it.
Would that be outside of No Kings?
Well, we
Because
briefly
they-
talked about having two things going on No Kings Day, and I think it would be really cool if the Declaration people could be over in Spruce Pine as well. But if it's in a separate location, I'd also want at least one other person who's doing security of some kind for them. Maybe two people, one at either end of the line. Because those, I think you're more, I don't know if you're more likely to get violent detractors in Spruce Pine. I'm not sure why I was feeling that way a second ago when I started to say that. But I definitely want some support people there to help keep an eye out for them.
And so I'm hearing that there's a big event in Burnsville and in Newland, and so we're trying to do something in Spruce Pine as well.
Well, we talked about it.
Well, when No Kings came up last time, we briefly talked about trying to do something in Burnsville and Spruce Pine. And I'm pretty sure we all came to the conclusion that we couldn't do a really big event in Spruce Pine.
Just no really
We could
place
do
to
something
it.
at least as big as at the intersection or below at the community credit union rather, as we had in the past, but not like a second No Kings and have hundreds of people. For one thing, there's no place for them to park.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if we could get more eyes on the issue at the same time. And so having a small group over at Spruce Pine would be doable, like in Oak. I don't know, is there a common term for the Oak area? Yeah, what I would call Old Town?
You mean downtown?
Upper Street,
Upper
Lower
Street.
Street?
Lower Street.
Okay,
Yeah, that's all I know about.
yeah.
It was just an idea that, you know, it'd be nice
It would be nice, but I don't think
if we don't have enough.
sacrifice the bodies and the energy to do two would be really taxing, I think. And for me, just my opinion is that we here are the active people, that getting volunteers and to take roles is something we really need to press.
Yeah.
And I think we want to talk about that too later, but.
Yeah, certainly volunteer.
You know, but,
at least talk about No
Because you
Kings
gotta have
specifically.
bodies to coordinate and do all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
we got Burnsville pretty much down pat how to operate up there.
We might just put Spruce Pine on, you know, down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe if we had the energy from Burnsville, that a group that wanted to volunteer that day to go from there to Spruce Pine, they could pull it off if they were.
Well, there's one thing about it from the, so if they did something like that, if we're doing it under the indivisible No Kings banner umbrella, they want us to have, you've seen all that stuff. They want us to all be like vowed to peace and everybody's, you know, and safety people.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, so it'd be tricky.
Don't leave anybody young.
Yeah. We
So-
still got plenty of
Nobody
time
doing
to
funny business.
get all this.
I'm
ironed
hearing
out.
that just from a logistical point of view, there's a preference for Burnsville. I'm just gonna throw out, and this is just my experience, being in the street. I feel like Burnsville is more effective on two levels. One is people are going slow, so they actually take in the event, whereas I feel like, at least when we're at the intersections, we haven't done a bridge, but I think it's probably the same thing. There's a way in which it's not that intimate, people are in their cars, they're kinda going fast. We don't seem to get as many of us out there, it just doesn't, and it's not, to me, there's also something very satisfying about being in a larger group of people where you can walk around and interact and not be constantly worrying about, cars going fast around you.
It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
The spruce pine
Spruce pine's fun.
intersection stuff,
It's fun.
it is fun.
It's fun.
It's a visibility deal.
It's hot as.
And then it's more of a celebratory. I think we're able to push that and be more celebratory in Burnsville.
Yeah,
Cause like you say, you don't have to worry about somebody getting ready to run over you or anything like that.
Well, and I think for the declaration people, we have to keep in mind that wouldn't happen at the intersection.
No.
That would
No.
have to be at Upper and Lower Street,
Mhm.
where people are moving slower
Where
and you've got
people
more
are
foot
free.
traffic
yeah.
and time for people to read the signs.
What's traffic like in Spruce Pine on Saturday? Upper Street, Lower Street,
It varies. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a decent amount of foot traffic and.
Yeah,
with,
there's restaurants are full and I think it's pretty much parking spaces are filled, but,
Well, and that's why it would also have to be a small group. I imagine it would be
Yeah.
no more than 10,
Yeah.
12 people.
But people just walking through single file, is
Mhm.
what she's kind of talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dressed in black, carrying, not big signs,
Mhm.
that keep people
Mhm.
from being able to get around you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like it. Yeah, definitely a high vis.
I kind of feel like for No Kings, and just my opinion, I would like to see, for all the reasons that, that we've talked about, focus our energy in Burnsville. But I think it would be interesting to see if we could, if folks are interested, if we could do something that feels more like Burnsville in downtown Spruce Pine, in the sense that it's, just see where, logistically how it would work, where we would park, where's the most traffic, where people would see us. I think it could be really positive.
Yeah, parking is a problem in Spruce Pine for people.
It is at lunchtime.
Mhm.
I work down there on Lower Street. I don't move my car if I can help it.
If we were to gather
is packed all the time.
like that in Spruce Pine, at least it would create a better photo moment, because if you're there in the pocket park, which is I imagine that's the only place you could do it, it kind of keeps people together instead of all being, spread out across the entire square, so we look bigger.
They got a little stage there at the Pocket Park.
Right.
Pocket Park's got a stage.
Bathrooms.
Small
Oh,
bathrooms
yeah,
and
that's a
it
big
has
plus.
platforms.
Well, it's-
And my
The
office
stage is
right
back.
there.
Did they rebuild?
Is a stage. I know it burnt.
Oh, I was thinking more of the not really stage,
The
but
amphitheater.
theater type deal.
Yeah, you can take a heck of a picture there
Yeah,
with all the
you could line
signs and
people up.
everything.
We could do an event there at some point in time. I don't know.
And it wouldn't be hard to march out.
Right.
March out, go all the way around the
Yeah.
block, come back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which, so again,
From
thinking
the
about the declaration, that might be the way to focus that. Is
Stage
say
it
we wanna
there
try
and-
something out, we wanna try something that's more pedestrian focused,
Mhm.
and just see if we can get
We do
to,
both
the
those.
downtown feeling, not the,
And then afterwards.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
you go
No
for-
Kings. You could recruit if
Yeah,
Jennifer
it
wanted
could
to
be
do the
Totally
do
separate
the
event.
thingy thing. We could have an event there, and if there's 60 people there or 50 people there, that's fine. And walk with this black dressed people with signs.
And I can find out, there seems like there's something else I was supposed to find out about that y'all gonna tell me any minute that I didn't do. But-
The reserving the square.
That's really kind of important, isn't it?
Write that down.
Okay. All right. Da, 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 da.
We can cross or check that one.
Yes.
Do we have to reserve it now?
Yes, because
No,
we're
we don't
doing
have
this.
to, but if we do, then it'll put it on the
It's
calendar,
Okay.
really important.
and
that-
other people will avoid trying to reserve
Sure.
it.
Now, to
Mhm.
add to my sins and layer them one heaped upon the other, I could step next door and check with the folks in the little town office there and see if we had to reserve the pocket park.
Okay. check
I'm
it.
all for not doing it. I can just make conversation with those nice people. I have heard that the fella who's now the director of the downtown stuff, do you know who that is?
No,
I've heard that he's very conservative.
I wouldn't.
It's okay,
Yeah.
we can
So I won't ask him,
put him under
and
hypnosis.
just talk to snow people and see what I can find out.
Yeah, there you go.
And as we all know, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yeah,
better
exactly,
believe
exactly.
Okay. So I'll work with Jennifer and see if she can take the lead on that. And maybe
Great,
we can do
great. I
something
definitely support
in the
that.
future.
Yeah, for sure.
Out for it.
On the non-cooperation watch party, this is something that came up just a couple of days ago. I have already forgotten who asked me if we could do a watch party and have a discussion afterwards. And at first I was like, well, it's a great idea, I don't know where we do it. And then I thought, wait, the Dems have offered, the ANSI Dems have offered their HQ multiple times for our
Mhm.
use. It's free, they have good Wi-Fi, they have a TV we can hook up to. Now we just need to find somebody who, well, find more people that might be interested in going to Burnsville, either close enough to drive. I'm not one of them, because it's gonna end at 9, and then if you wanna have a discussion afterwards, that means you're probably driving home at 10, and I hate the idea of hitting a deer at night. But
It's a roll of dice.
we
buddy.
could put the word out and see if anybody wants to go out there and has a computer that they can watch.
Have you
this
been in
video.
their space? Have you been in
I've
their
only been in
space?
there long enough to pick up some signs.
Okay,
and,
so you know-
get a look around.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a decent sized space.
Yeah, we got, tomorrow is a monthly meeting tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay, that's tomorrow though. We're talking about next week.
Yeah.
They're happy to have people bring food if they want to make it an event. So I guess
What's the non-cooperation thing?
Yeah.
I have to do that because it's in the newsletter.
Well,
And I have to do that because I'm only teasing.
Well, I have seen so many non-cooperation things
I know.
like come up, so I'm just not sure if I've already seen this thing or, is this the one?
I don't know
This
either.
is where I'm gonna get my PhD in non-cooperation, I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
And there are a lot of groups
That'd be
that are putting out this sort of thing, and this is one that I saw from a group, and I've already forgotten the name. Let me see if I can bring it up really quickly. So it's being put on by a group called Freedom Trainers. It's been around for a little while. It's a 2-hour Zoom call. And it's a 101, so it's really basic
I
stuff.
feel like I saw one of those, but it could be, I just got the wrong non-cooperation headline.
Or it could be a similar group that's doing the same thing, or maybe it's one of theirs that they're doing again.
So the watch, the video is about.
So the watch party would be whoever wants to get together at the Dem HQ watches it together,
Mhm.
and then we discuss afterwards.
What's the context of the Zoom? I mean.
They're going to cover the threat for people who aren't aware of it yet.
Mhm.
Different pillars of support,
Okay. Okay.
stories of non-cooperation going on
yeah,
now,
Good info.
and how it's been used in the past to
This
defeat
exact-
authoritarians and fascists.
Okay.
So it definitely is a 101 level, but I think a lot of people probably still need it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I was thinking that whoever wants to actually watch it and be part of it remotely, then we're all on a Zoom afterwards. We watch it in our homes or wherever, and then we get on a Zoom together and try to have a discussion. I know sometimes that can work out well, sometimes it can't. Sometimes people on the Zoom end up kind of being left out a little bit because everybody in the room is talking, but
Right.
I figured maybe we could try.
I'm just gonna put in my 2 cents, which really has probably nothing to do with February 25th. I guess what I would find personally most valuable and what I'd be willing to put energy into is figuring out which of the bazillion non-cooperation things that's out there would be the one that's like a little bit vetted by us. Like if you're only gonna do one thing, and 2 hours is a long time, so I'm not even, like that's a high bar for me. Gotta be damn good programming for 2 hours. I feel like if we could find, like the 1 hour thing that really is well done, that teaches you what you need to know, that we would promote that and really try to get people to come to that. And it wouldn't have, it would probably be asynchronous, probably something that we would get a recording of and just do it at a time that. I thought
Well,
would
and
come.
I suspect what we'd have to do is put out the call for that sort of thing and get recommendations. You
Yeah.
know, this was a really good training that you can watch that's on YouTube now, because so many of them
Right.
are put on there after the fact. But yeah, that would be helpful.
Mm.
I don't have an answer
Mm.
at the moment. And it's hard to know just, I think pretty much what you're alluding to, if you just go looking for it yourself, you still have to watch it for an hour.
Right.
Or if you're lucky, you can speed it up.
No, I
and
think
still
that's a
get-
great idea, is to crowdsource it. If we're willing to put that kind of energy into something like that, and probably right now with No Kings coming up, that's, probably not a focus. But,
Yeah, we want the Snow Kings to be
yeah,
really.
as far as our sort of our general commitment to civic disobedience, it feels like that would be a good thing to be able to offer to people. But I would put it in the parking lot for when we have more bandwidth.
Cool.
And again, not to say that y'all can't go out on the 25th, but that's just my feelings about
Where do we
how I
get the
want to spend
25th?
my 3
The
hours.
date's the 25th?
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Cookies, cookies.
Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, like, would that be enough of a bribe?
Oh,
Cookies.
I mean,
To get out.
barbecue sandwiches?
I think when we do something, we would totally want to, put on the dog.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, and if we get to the level where we're trying to bring in, 50 or more people, the Baptist church, well, you know this,
Right.
but the Baptist church has said we can use their
right.
meeting hall.
We do
Um,
barbecue.
Okay, the next item we've got is No Kings 3. And a lot of that's on here is kind of, I think most of the people here know this, not everybody does. We're still trying to fill out the committee, trying to come up with some committees so that the leadership team isn't doing all the work on trying to organize every little area, like announcements and the welcome table and security and social media and medical. I don't remember the name of the woman's name, and I don't even know that that's the proper pronoun for her. That has been out at a couple of protests. At the risk of offending her, I think of her as the tank, because she makes me think of somebody you don't want to get in the way of when she wants to go from point A to point B. But she's been out there twice now with her kit on her back, and if she is watching this, will you please get in contact with us? Because I'd love to have you out there again.
Now Liz Peverall, she was there the day that Raybeck got hit, and she went to his aid,
Yeah.
and she's been to a lot of the.
She's
Yeah.
Bailey.
She's been to a lot of the
Oh.
protests. So who are you talking about?
Bailey and Marcy are two folks who were, at that time, they were students at Mayland in the EMT
Medical.
program.
Oh, okay.
And a couple of our protests, they brought their things in case they were needed. And she was right there to help Ray out
Okay.
when that happened. They are now, I believe they're official in some way, because I've seen them in ambulances or those things.
They're certified.
Be nice to get a hold of them.
And I
That's
don't know for sure, but I suspect Liz will probably want to protest, but if we can convince her to, or really anybody who's actively protesting, to sort of be ready.
Have a
With
kit there.
supplies, or even if we need to buy some supplies and make sure they're available at the welcome table.
Well, if those two people are willing to be there and bring their kits or whatever, then
Wow.
If we're looking at committees, so that's a medic committee.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I always keep a first aid kit, big first aid kit in my car. I got Narcan too, so.
And are you the like music committee?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the music part, and if we're move to that real quick, because Keith and Rob and Robin are going to play. They want to play on the stage, and they want to be mic'd this time. So they want to bring musical amps and such.
But they have that kit, right?
They have that, and Keith, because Keith has a bad back, and he's asked for a couple of volunteers that can help load stuff on the stage. And I'm gonna, if we can put a call out for volunteers for music, once we get these medical thing and the music volunteers, the volunteers group, we can put that out and solicit individuals, and they can contact me, and I'll try to arrange any other musicians that want to be a part of that can use that same equipment, because when we're done. We'll pack it up. So Keith and they won't have to play the whole time. They can play for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and somebody else can play, but the musical equipment will be there.
Okay.
So if we can work that out, if we put the call out for volunteers for that committee, I'll see what I can do about pulling that together.
I
We
don't
talked with the samba group, and Solomon said he'd love to play, so I'd be happy to.
Well, send them my way.
Mhm.
I'll coordinate the music and try to get that all pulled together. Huh?
Got
I've
your
already
name as the
contacted
lead.
Solomon, but I'll hook this
Send it to
with you as
me,
well.
and then because Keith, I can talk with Keith and all these people, and we can set up a timeline of musicians, and we can advertise that these, because they call themselves the lunatics. So lunatics, and then whomever. But he's willing to play the whole time too.
Okay.
That's why he's willing to be there.
And we do have another volunteer for music. I don't have her name handy at the moment, but I'll send that over to you as well.
Okay.
And she.
Send to me an email.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, there's-
Which Michael is it that emails me?
Probably me. Well, it depends on what you mean.
I get an email
send
every
out
once in a
the
while that says
newsletters.
Michael. So, no, it's a text. Who texts me? Do you text me?
I have texted you a
You
couple
text
of
me?
times.
Okay.
Okay, that's me.
And Michael is also our safety lead
Yeah.
for No Kings.
Yeah.
Now, this is March the 28th,
Yes.
right?
And
And what's the time?
Um,
different. If
2
we-
to 4.
It's
No.
not.
Didn't we decide we were gonna go,
a little earlier.
is that later? Is that,
What day is 20?
You mean
we
longer?
were thinking we were gonna do 3 hours, so how are we doing that?
I think we need to get more.
Information about
We
reserving
need to
the
get more
place?
organization
Okay.
around it. If we could, since we have a sound system lined up, if we could get a speaker or two, then we could easily make it go a little bit longer and basically have breaks where people are listening to speakers, and that would hold people there longer.
Mhm.
One problem we had last time, we tried to go for 3 hours, and a lot of people tended to leave in the last hour because it was just more standing around.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can find somebody to lead, if we can find a speaker, that would be great. If we could find somebody to lead the chanting, that would be great. We have one person that, I'm not sure if she was volunteering to lead the chanting or volunteering to find chants. So I have to follow up with her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if we can have enough stuff going on, then I think we could easily do 3 hours.
Yeah.
We really need speakers.
And hula hoops too.
Well, we've got people who
Wicked
are still going to
festive.
be running for office that might be willing to come out and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did I read this, or did we talk about this, that they would rather it was not people campaigning?
Who is they?
They indivisible people.
Oh, I don't
That-
remember.
Like headquarters, indivisible, like.
Yeah, they don't want it to turn into a campaign rally, so
Oh.
they won't, if you have speakers, they prefer that it not be, or did we talk about this, and I said.
It's ringing a bell, but I'm not sure.
And the only person that I wanted to see speak that is campaigning was you, Jerry.
So that'd be okay in Yancey.
Yeah, yeah, oh, you're right.
What's that?
What's that?
He's not running for office in
Yeah,
Yancey.
I'm not running for office in Yancey, that's true.
There's one
Not the
speaker.
new face of politics.
The issue with that, I've got to get with the Democrats and figure out what we're going to do. I've already missed the first No Kings because I hadn't met with them, and I missed the second No Kings because I hadn't met with them. And our county convention is scheduled for March 28th, 2 o'clock to 4:30.
Mm.
These Democrats are gonna have to shape up. Because, I'm sorry, but they need to be pulling in solidarity with some of the stuff that we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I even asked Eddie if he could move his convention. He thought it was serious. I was half
I
serious.
was gonna say,
And, I
totally
couldn't do
serious,
that.
Yeah.
because this is a big deal.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
New
what
Kings
is-
3 is a big deal.
County convention?
Hmm?
County convention?
It's a, and with all due respect, for real, but this is a time, a singular time in the history of our country, when partisan stuff needs to be laid aside.
Yeah.
You want me to get on? I'm sure I've got a soapbox around here. I left it the last time.
There's a poll.
Well, we only have half an hour left, so.
Okay.
So what type of speakers, I mean, just
Yeah.
what topics or what, I mean, you know, comes
Information.
off to mind, my right off the bat is like physical legal. But what would they speak about, or who do we want to speak about what? I mean,
Well,
Well, there are,
recite the national.
NCAA, NCAA,
NCAA.
I'll get it here in a minute. That's
Basketball.
the NCAA,
Listen, I've
Put
got
some hoops on,
connections.
I'll put some hoops on the
I've
court.
actually got honest to goodness connections there, don't ask. NAACP, which used to have a chapter, didn't it?
They did, and they met here,
Mhm.
and then,
Robin passed away.
yeah, they disbanded.
It was mostly all white folks who meet, because, I mean, there's most white people, from what I understand, would show up for an NAACP meeting. No?
No,
Oh, really? Okay.
no.
I was,
Well,
that's what I was told.
but
back
they
then.
did not show up. Is that what you're told? Or that they
Black
did?
folks didn't show up.
That's right, that's correct.
Yeah, it was all white folks.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Ran the NAACP thing here, and we have a black community right up the street.
yes, we do.
My experience of that was more complicated. There was a number of events at the black church, and I think it just, over time, it seems like it was of less interest to the black community and more interest to white folks. But I don't think it started out that way, and
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure not nationally, but here, they found a way for peace and tranquility in their community, and they don't want to upset the apple cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about the,
That's not for everyone. I know other folks that don't. That's what I've heard through some of the folks who were discussing why there were no black people represented at that
Mm-hmm.
chapter, at the one that met here. They only met a few times, but this was after someone had passed away.
I was at some of the early meetings. I was one of the first people to sign up, and they were held up at Griffith Chapel in Burnsville.
And then what happened?
And they were mixed race. I didn't keep going. So
Okay.
I'm just a segue on this. Groups of people. I intend to get with the I remember his name, Sergeant something, but from the Veterans DMV, Disabled American Vet DAV here in Burnsville has a DAV, and they meet on Church Street at the Presbyterian Church. at
That's the
top of the
Presbyterian Church.
Which one's that, Presbyterian?
Presbyterian.
Yeah, they meet there early in the month, so I'm going to go to the March. It's early March. It's once a month. They meet, so I'm going to go there, and I'm going to present who I am and what I represent as a veteran, and incorporate, you know, what we're doing indivisible. You know, I'm going to speak for myself, and see what kind of response I get from them. I mean, it'd be nice to have a group of veterans at No Kings, you know. So, and then I'm sure, I don't know if Spruce Pine has a DAV group or not, but I'm going to find out them too. So those are two things I'm going to work on to see if I can get more veterans
that would be good.
involved.
That would be great.
Let's go back to speakers really quick, because I think you wanted to
Well,
Oh, sorry.
say
oh
something
no,
about
that's
that.
okay. Well, something else I thought of is sort of do a roll call kind of thing of different groups.
Mm-hmm.
then there's something else I was gonna say, but, so that, like, if your guys, you know, or veterans of all genders could, let me see, where are all of our veterans? Everybody goes, ah. And
Well, I
where
don't
all
mind
our-
getting up and speaking
Yeah,
in front of the
something
crowd.
like that.
When
If
we
we
had
had
No
a-
Kings of representing veterans,
a
I can
list.
speak.
If we had a list of all the people that we
Just
know,
over there.
yeah, that were there,
Mhm.
inviting all the groups we could possibly think of to invite,
Mhm.
where are all the people with red hair? You know, just pretty much. anything.
Scots Irish!
Yes, we're all here. That's not me, but,
Bad word.
the other thing I was gonna say was the lady that is doing the Zoom that we sat in on the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if there's somebody in that group that could speak. You know, we're talking like 3, 4, 5 minutes if they would be willing
Yeah,
to
Mhm.
speak.
not long at all.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
say something.
yeah.
What was her name?
Cat.
Cat? Is it
Um,
Wood? No, that's not me. Different cat?
I'd
Smith?
have to look. I mainly only see the letter, so I memorize your last name.
If we're looking for speakers, I nominate you, Cynthia. You can get up there. and-
Yeah, no shit.
You think I could?
I think you could.
For all the redheads.
I think
Oh, yeah, red hats. Oh, I said red hair, but we not had on red hats. I appreciate you saying that. And if you all think that you can trust me to
Not,
not lose my
do we have a teleprompter for her?
SHW.
We just
She
need
gotta
to be able to cut off the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
You got a kill switch, so.
yeah, yeah. I need to-
make her stand on an electrified
Yeah.
plate.
Yeah, I would be willing to do that, but I might need help.
But I'm willing to speak for veterans.
I can never remember the name of the group that started. You recommended them last year. They're actually associated with the Mitchell Yancey Accompanimiento.
Oh,
Uh,
right. Yeah, vecinos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder if, is it Oscar? Is the
Could
pastor
be, you
there?
know what, I got in touch with Patty Smith and
Uh-huh.
she gave me a name and I think it might be, he's the pastor at the school church, right, in Spruce Pine?
I think so.
Yeah,
What church?
I,
I think it's the Episcopal church where they meet.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, on top of the hill, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that would be helpful to have a local pastor come out and speak to something. I mean, I don't know if they're talking to their congregations. I'm sure that the ones that are leading Hispanic services are doing something.
Well, we could
Maybe
try
some
to,
of them.
we could try to talk to them.
I
and ask
don't
them.
know if, I mean, what
What
do you
is
else?
the name of the, well, that one sounds like somebody to put on the list and check with him, somebody who knows, can talk to
I
him.
can make that
Yeah,
contact. Yeah, I don't know him, but he was recommended to me by people I do know, so.
But what we could also do is give them, a little bit of a synopsis of what we would like for them to speak on. So, so that somebody's just not kinda out there in the wind trying to figure it out.
Well, we gotta introduce ourselves as well, and what our mission,
Right.
what our mission statement should be,
Yeah.
you know? Absolutely.
And there's the Reverend P-O-U-F-E, is that how you spell his name? Is he, Episcopalian?
Is this the Reverend in Spruce Pine that at least is indivisible adjacent?
Yes, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
I can't think of his name at the moment.
Michael?
Yes,
Michael Polis.
yes.
Well, where does it get poof?
I don't know.
I don't either.
You sort of had the right beginning. No, and then you sort of going off the rails.
But, yeah, he kinda knows what we're about. Isn't he indivisible, on our Facebook page?
No, I don't think he's ever joined.
He's had a
I don't know who you.
tragic thing
Terrible.
in his family, and I don't know if he's back at work yet or not, I'm not sure. But he's at First Pres in Spruce Pine. And then the pastors here in Michaelville and Grassy Creek they have 3 churches. I might just send you their sermon from the last 2 Sundays, and you might see what people are saying in their pulpits.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be curious.
I think a lot of people would like to know
yeah,
if the local preachers are saying anything.
yeah,
Oh, yes. Well, ours are.
yeah.
I would have been surprised if you hadn't sent that.
Yeah.
But I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's pretty, I don't think I have everyone's email. I can send it to you and you can send it to
I
me.
could send it on
Mhm.
if you think they'd be okay with that.
I'm gonna ask them first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because at this point, I think everybody would really like to know that there's probably a lot of people who are afraid to look over the fence, and because they don't know where everybody else stands. But we might actually stand a lot closer together than we think we do.
I believe we all stand more closer than we really think we are. You know, my schools, I mean, does Yancey County, Mitchell County High Schools, do they have a government class? What are these kids in school, what are they hearing? What are they getting from their educators about the rule of law and what's going, I mean, it really bothers me that I don't know what they're being taught, because
No,
the facts are facts, opinions are opinions, and what are they getting? Because we know what the majority of this.
I can't speak to what they're being taught now, but I know when I went to Mitchell High from 2005 to 2009, it was kind of a funny experience because I went, my world history and U.S. history teacher, which was sophomore, senior year, were both kind of conservative, like, I would say they were almost teaching nationalism, it felt like a little bit. But then right in between civics, my junior year had this off-the-wall feminist liberal civics teacher lady who I loved. So you got a wide range from, you know.
Yeah.
But that's been 15 years.
I mean, I just threw it out there because I don't know. I know a couple of teachers in Yancey County.
I wonder if she's still there. If she's there, then I feel like they're being, you know.
I mean, what are they getting?
She's not gonna be quiet about it.
Anyway.
I think that's a really good question. Maybe something we can explore
Yeah.
after No King.
Short. Oh yeah. Just,
Do we want to go ahead and try to buy another bullhorn and hope we get?
can we
and
look on
somebody to
like
chant.
Facebook Marketplace or something like that? Has anybody looked on Facebook Marketplace?
How much do bullhorns cost?
The one that I bought was 60.
Mm-hmm.
My people was only like 25.
You can
But
get
also
really cheap
wasn't
ones that
very
you can't
loud.
hear very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
No, it's more of a memento now because it got so blinged.
Oh yeah.
And my granddaughter blinged. She blinged it
Start
all.
from the
Stuck
top.
the stickers. You know,
But I think
stickers
unless-
all bejeweled.
I put that on the list, but
Mm-hmm.
we probably don't need to pursue it too hard until we actually have somebody who can hold it.
Right, I mean, we need to fill the chanting slot, right? And
Yeah,
If,
and then we can
if
worry
we
about
have
the
somebody
bullhorn.
who's, or multiple people who are fired up about chanting,
Yeah, we
then
can
it's
get a
worth our while
bullhorn
to
in a
get
couple
bullhorn.
days. You can get a
Yeah.
bullhorn delivered in a couple days.
So do we need somebody to, we're still looking for somebody to lead chants?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be. They don't really need to be really good at standing up and giving speeches and that kind of thing, even though that's kind of what it feels like. I know I didn't do the best job last time, but I did have a cheat sheet,
You did.
and more often than not, if I'm up in public, I'm gonna need a cheat sheet. Even when I was calling dances, I had my cheat sheets just in case. So it's really just somebody who's willing to either be out front or be in back, have a bullhorn up to their face, and whatever chant they were gonna call
Mm-hmm.
in their hand.
Yeah.
Does the high school still have a band?
I don't think we want a whole band.
No.
So where are you going with that question?
Yeah.
I wasn't going there, but that, you know how I am about any resistance. Let's think that. No, I'm thinking about the band leader.
For chant?
Yeah, or somebody from a band.
They would have to be.
That's right, we need some cheerleaders.
They would have to be on our side or on our team to begin with. Do we know if they're on our team?
Well, nobody's ever talked to any of them.
They would have to be on our team. I don't think.
We have got to infiltrate the high schools.
An interesting idea. This is a little off the wall, but
Oh, yeah.
for No Kings 2, I did get to stop briefly in Bristol to see what they were doing that day, and there was their chant leaders showed up, and see they were doing theirs at an intersection like we do Spruce Pine, so they put one chant leader at each corner of the intersection, and when they showed up, they had a stack of 5-gallon buckets that they had tied a rope to with drumsticks, so they could just pass them out to the crowd, so everybody had a drum.
That's an idea.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
I like that idea.
Okay,
too.
wait a minute.
Right.
So this is supplies, this comes under supplies.
Go down to Lowe's, get the
Well,
colorful ones, the blues,
And
the
if you're
reds.
talking to Solomon,
Right.
the drummer, he might very well be willing and able to organize something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know who's
And you
gonna
can, I've seen it, you can tie, you drill holes in them and you can tie a rope around it.
Yeah.
And that way you can put it around
know. Yeah.
and you can walk around like that.
This is great.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Good.
Sorry, Michael and I had talked about this guy, who's a neighbor of mine, and then he was gonna, cause Michael had made contact with him, right? You were gonna get Solomon in touch with Michael?
Yeah. So this is somebody who has a drumming group that, like Olga said, she put us in contact. He wasn't able to do anything at the last No Kings, but he hasn't committed to this one, but he's interested. And I'll send him I'll put the two of you in
Okay.
contact.
Well, we need to, I think, for the music stuff, we need to figure out how long we're gonna do this. 2 hours or 3 hours, I think.
Well, right now, 2 hours.
Okay, we'll go for that.
2 to
And
4.
If we can find somebody, yeah.
And if we're feeling it, we go.
But we'll have to make that call pretty soon.
Sure.
It feels like we have a lot of time, but it's gonna disappear
Yeah.
in an instant. And then we also need, I could see us having a sign committee. There were at least 2 people. Liz was really keen on making signs for people last time. I wouldn't be surprised if she wants to do that again. There was another person, sorry?
Liz
Pepperell,
Pepperell.
yeah.
Pepperell, yeah.
Mhm.
I hope she'll wanna do that again. I don't know how many people took her up on the offer, but she made a good stack last time. And there was another person whose name escapes me at the moment who wanted to make signs, but has no interest in protesting, which is fine. So she won't be there, but she's still interested in doing some artwork. But we need somebody who can coordinate that as well.
Yeah.
What's the drummer's name?
Solomon?
Solomon.
I'm just thinking out loud, because we mentioned, I think the last meeting, something about the Quakers being there.
Yeah, I was supposed to
Well-
contact them and I haven't, but I will. I mean, if we want
Right,
to, I was
right,
just
right.
curious, cause a lot of them are my friends.
Because I just, more groups of more diverse people. Thinking the Quakers, because we had mentioned that, so I didn't know where that had gone anywhere. But in that same breath, if we could get, like the Arthur Morgan School, all those kids that are in the Arthur Morgan School, if we could get youth out to the No Kings 3, would be nice. So I don't know.
Well, we need some art
Yeah, and they could.
in schools, yeah.
There's definitely some artists out there, there's some funky people out there. But
To make it festive, you could do some face painting.
Oh, yeah,
oh, that'd be good.
all that stuff. Now, we might need to hire
Oh.
a face painter, or
Well, if you can get people from Arthur Morgan, they can
they can do face
they
painting.
can paint.
Does anybody know?
And if they want to
Artistic.
charge, it'd be like, yeah, charge.
Oh, yeah. Does somebody know the people from Arthur Morgan?
I
I know people from CeeLo.
know some.
I know people from CeeLo, but not to ask that kind of favor and question.
Oh, I didn't ask them.
You can
I know Sam and Ann and,
Sam. Well,
Yeah,
Sam.
and
I love Sam and Ann. I mean,
and
they're-
people at
yeah.
the Quaker meeting. I know.
Sam's a musician too, so Sam.
Yeah.
I don't have Sam's number.
Could you follow up on the art question? And I mean, if they know
So if we can
face
find some
painters or,
interest.
I mean, really, it seems to me like anybody who wants to come out and do something
Yeah.
would be more than welcome.
Yes.
Come do it.
Yeah, and if
Yes.
they want
Because
to.
you could kind of go around, you can play your drum, you can go get your face painted, you can.
Have a little table with face
Yeah.
paint.
All these things.
Yeah.
And
Make
if they
it
wanna
more
have
festive.
Trump Porky Pig in it, we're okay with that.
You're gonna have to define what that is.
I don't
Maybe.
know what that is either.
Yeah.
That's him without pants.
Mm-hmm.
Porky Pig, shirt, no pants.
Nah.
Nah.
They would go for that. I mean, it's not like it would show anything because
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, I had to say it,
So you're gonna work on Arthur Morgan? I mean, I can ask them. I can put some feelers out there.
I can ask.
If they
I'm
could,
gonna-
they could make a double,
If we could get-
curriculum item out of that.
Yeah, if we could get
Art
Arthur
and
Morgan
civics.
people to do art and make signage and colorful and would be just wonderful.
Posters,
Yeah.
art, face painting,
Yeah, exactly.
showing up.
Showing up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see why they can
If
find
they
that.
wanted to do paper mache, I've wanted to do that now for nearly a year.
Some of the kids have been, you know, you probably, if you read the seal list, you notice that they sometimes do these, like fundraisers where they have, pop-up baked goods. So that might be part of it too, you know, if they wanna set up a stand and make a few bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've never done food, that sounds
Mhm.
fantastic.
Yeah.
they have
I mean, we just let our minds just go as far as we can. It's all supported.
they have baked goods on a certain
Mm-hmm.
Saturday where
Mhm.
a couple of guys bring in their breads and stuff and
Mhm.
sell. So it is on a Saturday, so maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
something they might be interested. I think that's Gus Trout.
Yeah,
run.
Gus Trout and
Gus Trout.
August, what his last name is.
Do you live out that way?
No, but I'm CeeLo adjacent. Deadpan Bakery is the other guy's name, which I can't remember what his.
I'm gonna take a picture of this, Michael, and then I'm gonna give this to you. You probably got a better list than I do, but.
Oh, yeah, but it's always good to have multiple.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got signs pretty well taken care of. We've got, I think it's on Liz Peverall on it, and then you're gonna see about AMS.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna
Is that-
check
that
with
goes-
Liz?
I can send her an email.
Okay. I don't.
Now, I also put her down on the medic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the last time I think she went down there to take care of him, and maybe the other two people had already gotten there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
saw
I
them
remember
there.
her coming back by me and saying, well, they've got it covered or something like that, but she was there.
Well, I'm gonna just put her in,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
If she wants, she can take herself right back off.
she will,
Yeah.
she'll just say hi.
Or she can steer us, maybe a couple.
Well, she might not wanna be there in an official capacity. She might be okay with that, but if
Mhm.
something happened, then she
Right.
would be willing to come out.
Do we wanna do, voters table?
That's already in progress.
Okay. Beverly?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great.
Is already looking into that. She needs to check up on all the changes
Good,
and
good, good.
crud like that.
Yeah, 220,000 people need to cure their.
If there's anybody that's really, that you know who's really hot on social media, I forgot his name.
Chip,
Yeah.
didn't he do the video? I mean, I was in,
He did, but for whatever reason, we weren't able to get in contact with each other beforehand. It would be great if he has time, or if he knows some other people that could help out, if we could get more drone footage. One drawback is he got there kind of late, so a lot of people had left.
yeah, he works at the visitor center from like noon to 2 or something.
Okay.
But I mean, potentially with a heads up, he could get some, maybe, in fact, maybe that could be something somebody from our group could, fill in from at the visitor center for an hour.
Maybe so.
Visitor Center
Although-
in Spruce Pine and Burnsville?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we did it at noon. Did we do it? No.
Yeah.
Did we do it at noon? this time? Yeah, okay. So we're
Anyway,
going-
I'd be happy to talk to him.
Yeah.
But if he was able to fly his drone around the square, that would meet our needs.
Yeah, I think so. At least as far as recording goes, and then I know Leah takes 1 billion pictures, and I usually take 100.
And then there's the question of getting them to Rachel Madden, right?
Yeah.
So-
So if we have some people that can do
Short
the actual
crowd
social
videos.
media side, that would be helpful. Like on the day of, sharing it and tagging things. I know some of those avenues are going into the toilet, like TikTok. Everybody should be fleeing TikTok
Yeah. Absolutely.
right now, which is unfortunate. But YouTube is still viable, and Facebook. Sorry, I really object to the people who are keeping me on Facebook.
Jeff Goodman is Amy Goodman's cousin, I'm gonna say, like some close relative. Do you know Jeff?
He lives up in CeeLo.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a professor at App State. Yeah.
I'm
Goodman.
Huh?
Amy Goodman.
Yeah, that Amy Goodman.
Mhm.
Yeah, so a few years ago, she spoke at the literary festival because cousin Jeff got her there. So I'm just thinking in terms of spreading the word,
Oh,
you
you
know.
can speak to Jeff and,
Yeah.
oh.
Now, I don't
that's
know
nice.
him as well as I know some of the others, so if somebody else knows him and can actually say
I normally say
personally,
hi to, and
I
I'd be
don't-
willing to, but if somebody knows him better, that'd be better.
I
So,
don't.
so he can speak.
Well, I know Jeff fairly well because I used to work with him at the CeeLo at the food co-op.
Mhm.
So, what would
So I think the
want-
question is,
what would we
we-
want him to?
well, I guess our question was, if we have video, how can we get it out to larger markets?
Well, I'm thinking, well, that too, that would be helpful, but I'm also thinking on the day of, it would be good if we had one or two people actively, pushing things while the event's going on.
Like live streaming and shit like that?
Either live streaming or just regular posts, cause like, I know Leah and myself are so busy being, well,
Yeah.
for one, being security, and she's so busy being a participant that it's easy to forget to post stuff.
When
But if we had some people who
I'm
were
security
there
that day, too.
primarily to post stuff and then they can participate, then
Who's a tech nerd?
that'll be uppermost in their mind.
I don't need a tech nerd.
And then afterwards, we can pull this stuff together and put out, you
we
know,
might
something
find one
bigger.
at Arthur Morgan.
And
Or no.
so Chip has a pretty decent Facebook presence, but I guess I'm not really sure what that,
Posting?
no. Chip Conrad, who did the video last time. I'm not really, because I try not to be on social media, like just any regular human who has a lot of followers, or, you know, who would that person be that's posting to their page?
If they have a lot of followers, that would be beneficial. If they can just, you know, we could give them access to the Mountain Indivisible pages and let them post, you know, as Mountain
Okay.
Indivisible, and then tag it, you know. So there will be a No Kings tag, I'm sure, probably NKIII or who knows what it'll be. And they'll want us to tag the city, and then we may also want to tag Rachel Maddow and a few other critical people that, you know, we don't have direct connection with, but they'll go looking for their tags and reshare. So stuff like that.
Okay, I'll talk to Chip
And on
about
Blue
that.
Sky, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky. What am I forgetting?
We don't do X, do
No.
No.
we? None of X. If anybody's thinking about leaving, looking at you, man, we need to get some signatures on here. I just wanna pass this around. This does not mean you have to pick up trash. This is just people who are adopting highway group members. So, but I know that's on the agenda someplace else, but I'm just.
No, that's
Just
true.
pass it around.
That is one that we needed to get
Yeah.
before people bail.
What's the date? Today's the 18th.
And we do have it technically a commitment to do this every quarter, which is, for most of us are like, oh, we could do that in our sleep.
Yeah, it's easy. That's
Um,
16 times in 4 years. We can.
Has anyone reached out to the CeeLo community to ask them to come join the group? So that we would have someone who was, you know, a liaison between us and.
Well,
We've got a lot of. people
Greg-
that
Greg
come
used to-
meetings.
Greg,
Yeah.
you know Greg Gross?
Yeah.
Greg used to come to the meetings when we first had him at the public library. Greg is the CeeLo, I don't know what district it is. CeeLo is a voting district. That's one of the 11 districts in Yancey County, and he's the lead for that. I have Greg's number. Let me.
And he's been to several protests.
He's been
Yeah.
to several.
And he went to the Quaker protest.
Yes, yes. And so, what do we want? Just a rep.
Change. When do we want it?
We want
Not a quarter.
We want a CeeLo
You made my
Make it
pen
happy.
bounce.
CeeLo rep for Mountain Indivisible.
Got
Is
chapstick.
that what we want?
I mean,
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I guess I'm wondering what does that mean?
Yeah. What
that
does
means
mean?
that when we come up with an idea and we want to include them or we want to ask them about something, then
So
they
we can
are the
call.
liaison and they just they take
disseminated.
it.
Isn't that already happening? Isn't
I don't
that
know.
already
Well,
doing
we're
that?
doing it
I
for
mean,
the
you just
CeeLo
asked me to
list.
do it, but you don't have anybody from CeeLo. I'm not from CeeLo, but I just know people in CeeLo.
Yeah.
We got the CeeLo list. Everything we do goes out on the CeeLo
Well,
list.
not everything.
Well, not everything.
It's really just when we're having a protest or something, so
Right.
like,
Okay.
we don't announce that our meetings are happening on the CELO list and that sort
Well,
of
I thought
thing.
we did.
I can call Greg
I mean, we could.
and say, you know, we would appreciate more CeeLo input or community
Yeah, we
involvement in our movement, because that's all those folks out there. They're
And
a
they
choir.
show up, they
They're
show
the
up at
choir.
the protests, I see them.
They're the choir, and a lot of them do show up at the No
Mhm.
Kings. But I'll talk to Greg. I'll just pick his brain a little bit and see.
Yeah.
Anything
You can
particular
take it
you
up,
want
say
me to
we really value
ask
their input.
him, or?
They've been to some meetings
Yeah.
and,
Come if you can,
Yeah,
come join us.
there's so many people out there. I mean, I know so many folks from CeeLo, and they support what we're doing, but yet they don't freaking come out in
Well, I
small
think they're-
numbers.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of people stopped coming to the meetings because of the winter.
Oh,
I mean, just since the last meeting, it was actually light out when we came in.
yes, I was going to say that. Yeah, first time we
Where
we
did the
met
sun
here, it
come
was
from?
dark. You know.
But we could start including them,
Mhm.
you know, the CELO list in meeting announcements and that sort of thing. Although having yet another place to have to send stuff is kind of
Yeah,
a bit burdensome.
sure.
And so if they could sign up for the newsletter, that would help a lot.
Mhm.
But I know that's another newsletter to clog people's inbox.
Well, they have meetings. The community people have meetings, CeeLo, because they're all part of this thing. So I'll just disseminate information. Would you move on to disseminate information
Yeah.
as we send it to you?
Because I think Leah has been talking to folks on the list.
And Lisa has been forwarding at least the updating the CELO list
Yeah.
for protests.
And Robin's good about getting that stuff out too. So
We're running out of time. You're gonna look into the reservation for the square
I posted that.
for real. We'll need to start planning training Zooms as we get leads for these things. I think am I remembering correctly, we pretty much said, let's not even try to do a second
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
where it's all Burnsville.
yeah, let's do all
Burnsville
that.
or bust. Okay.
Music volunteers come to me, and
It's like, we've got a few other things, but they're not that high priority. Do we want to go ahead and set a future trash pickup day, or we've got a couple of MCAR days coming up? I don't
MCAR.
know if anybody,
in the car.
the animal rescue.
Mitchell, yeah.
On the 28th, I've already signed up for that, so I'm gonna do that this month.
28th of February.
Yeah.
You gave me one of those, right?
Who's a pusher?
Jennifer was keen to have some people help with, they're having their big event on the same day as No Kings, but it's probably gonna be after No Kings.
Jennifer Rambo.
Rambo, yeah, she's heading up that, I don't know if any other people have signed up, but I figured even if it's on No Kings, there are gonna be some people that would help out at the animal rescue than do No Kings, and then there's some people who are gonna wanna do both.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get a few people on March 28th for in-car. Do y'all wanna set another trash pickup? So we got the bridge on the 22nd.
All right, I'm gonna put that in
That's
there.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Bridge Day. Bridge Day. What time is that, Bridge Day?
Yes.
2:40? I knew it. I was throwing it out
You just
there.
had to ask anyway.
Oh, when are we doing it?
But we actually didn't decide for NK3, right? That's a little bit up in the air. What are the hours?
No, we did, it's 2 to 4, but it might, if we can get speakers and there's enough stuff going on to keep people for a third hour.
Would we want to
We
go
could do 2 to
1
5.
or to 5? Probably 1 to 3 instead of 2 to 5? Or what?
1 to 3 would only be 2 hours.
I mean, 1 to 4. 1 to 4.
Uh,
Or 2 to 5.
6 of one, half dozen the other for me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me either, but
It really, I still need to figure out what I'm gonna be doing that day with the Democrats, what I can afford to miss.
this is Bridge Day.
They're going from 2 to 4:30, I think.
2 to 4:30.
Alright, so trash day. Yeah.
I mean, it'll be light, so we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
2
you
o'clock.
have to make up your mind or
Two.
go and talk to us.
2 o'clock.
Well, I think until we know whether we have speakers or whether Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I
Without
think
knowing the
we
program,
need to
it's
just say
hard
it's gonna be
make that
2 to
decision.
4
Mhm.
until
Yeah.
we have more information.
Yeah, maybe we can,
Yeah.
Keep expanding and go online.
We're still looking for
That
a
would be fine.
With firecrackers or bottle
Yeah.
rockets.
Yeah, look at the bottle rockets.
When do we wanna do trash pickup?
How's the 26th for you guys?
26th.
Yeah.
2 to
Or-
4.
Next Thursday.
See, last time we had, it was at 2 o'clock on a Thursday, and I had a massage, and by the time I left her place, it was 1:30.
Well, we could
Two and a half hour massage.
I mean, Mondays seem to work well enough for a bunch of people.
The
I mean,
20,
we could do it the 2nd
26th is Thursday. Are you talking about this month or next month?
this month, but he was
Oh.
talking about
Yeah.
Thursday didn't work out great for him. But
yeah, so the 2nd works for me. If you want to do it on the 2nd. You say Monday,
Yeah. How about March 2nd?
March 2nd, trash day?
I'm gonna have to quit writing.
Yeah.
Too many
Till we figure it
markers.
out.
Let me get my pencil out.
Okay, March 2nd to
Trash day. And we're gonna do the Summit Street, right? Trash day. 2 o'clock.
sure.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Summit Street.
Yep.
So do you start at the intersection and go up? Where do you start?
Well, we parked at, why can I never remember, at Cross Street.
Hampshire.
What is the name of the building there?
it used to be Hampshire Hosiery, but it's been Cross Street
What was it?
Center or something.
So you
for
park
a
there.
long
So
time.
it's something boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we parked there last time, it worked out very well. There was barely anybody there.
Okay, that's in that calendar.
Okay. 2 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for the update for the Mitchell Yancey accompanimiento, it's really that, and correct me if you want to add anything else, plus we're massively running out of time. There is a huge update. They have gotten training from Siembra NC on how to identify ice. So basically, most of you, I think maybe all of you, know we have an ice alert channel
Mm-hmm.
where we try to do our best at curating rumors and finding out if they're true before we actually alert the only organization we're in contact with that ICE is nearby. Well, they've actually had training on how to do that and not scare the crap out of our Hispanic neighbors, which has happened both on our channel and others. They've started the process of figuring out when to do more official training, either at one of our meetings or separate. We don't yet know how, unless they've replied and I haven't seen it yet, how long that training takes. So they're keen on getting us trained on how to do that same thing so they can bring us in on their more matured channel and actually help out when ICE shows up here.
Okay, they will probably show up.
So, yeah. Or they almost, we're so small, they may sweep through and we find that all our Hispanic neighbors are gone and we had no clue what was happening.
Reclosed in Kingsport last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get I've gotta leave in just a second, but I'm gonna get the skateboard tape. I'll order some of that, we can look at that, but, yeah. And I'm gonna check with the veterans. I'm the music volunteer. I'm also security with my little,
But I'll have lead on that.
yeah, you'll have lead. I'm gonna get a hold of Cred for CeeLo, and then Arthur Morgan, you gonna, who's checking on? Yeah, okay.
And I'll combine our notes into something semi-coherent and send that out to the
Thank
list.
you for all that you're doing, Michael, appreciate it.
Anybody else have anything quick? Yay. Maybe you and I could chat briefly about the art. Okay, since nobody's getting up.
I know, go. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
See you later.
Appreciate it.
We did have an opportunity to put a business card in the Mitchell News Journal. Does that show up every, is
I
it
think
just?
it's every week, isn't it?
I
I
thought
believe
so.
the directory, yeah, I think it's every week, the business card size thing, so.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, be careful.
my way out to work.
And so really the biggest question I had was whether we wanted to update the art or just put in
Yeah, well,
basically
yeah,
what I
I
have.
didn't know either. You know, well, you've got some pretty good, you've already got a pretty good logo, but probably need a little blurb, a little something that says, well, no, we do that too, it's on a t-shirt. That we're,
Oh, you're talking about on the back?
we just need to say
Is there
something.
room for that?
I don't know.
I mean, this is the cart
I haven't talked to
that we
last,
have now.
person. Yeah, see, that might, well, and hey, with the, as long as we've got the, thing on there, the QR code, that's, that's
Take
gonna
them to
lead
the
everybody
website.
right to the website, so why can't we do that? So you may take that with me to,
Sure.